Good evening. Well, as we were on air last night, we learned of a rocket attack on a hospital in Gaza. Claims that up to 471 people were killed. The media were very quick to jump to the assumption that it must have been an Israeli rocket that caused this human disaster. Since then, the Israelis have put out what they believe to be conclusive proof that actually it was a misfired rocket from Hamas themselves. I don't think either of us know quite the truth, but we will have tonight on with us a former spokesperson for the Palestinian Authority. I want to ask her to put her side of what happened last night and what's happened in the conflict to date, and perhaps more interestingly, where we go, which is significant because I fear the risk of escalation is getting worse. Iran are flexing their muscles. Israel genuinely now faces the prospect of a war on at least two fronts. And into all of this morning flew the US president, the man who throughout his career in the last couple of decades has done more than almost any other human being to trust Iran with their nuclear program, to trust they wouldn't develop nuclear weapons, in return for freeing up tens of billions of dollars. But today he came in to be a strong ally of Israel. But frankly, his performance says something to me. It says the reason that Putin has gone into Ukraine. It says the reason why Hamas did what they did on the 7th of October. If the Western world doesn't have strong leadership, the world is, in my view, a much more dangerous place. Just have a look at Biden talking about the rocket attack on the hospital yesterday.
I was deeply saddened and outraged by the explosion at the hospital in Gaza yesterday. And based on what I've seen, it appears as though it was done by the other team, not you.
The other team? Team? What is this, baseball? Does Biden see moral equivalence between what the Israelis are doing and what Hamas have done on and since the 7th of October? It was the most extraordinary, clumsy, poor use of words. But it did reveal something interesting. It did reveal, because remember, everything he says is pretty much presented to him on cards. It's just when he goes off script that it goes wrong. What it does mean is that the intelligence that was given to Biden by the Americans also indicates that actually what happened at the Al Ali hospital yesterday was a misfire from Hamas. Clearly, that's what American intelligence believes, but the use of the word team. No, what you should have said, President, is the other murdering terrorists did it. But no, that's not what he did. And then have a look at this, where he just completely and utterly loses his way.
You know, years ago, I asked the Secretary of State when he and I were working in the Senate to write something for him, and he said, he wrote a line that I think is appropriate. He said, it's not, we lead, not just, well, I won't go into it, I'll wait later. Taking too much time, but the point is this, that
just all over the place, lost his thread, disastrous, weak, and that, I think, is why the world is in as bad a place right now as it is. Do you agree with me? Is Biden fit to lead the free world? I don't think he is. I think he's causing many of these problems. But please give me your thoughts, Farage@gbnews.com.